Welcome to the next episode of WaterparkRangers Let's Play Wind Waker. Last episode, we placed two of the Pearls of the Goddesses in their respective places, but before we got the last one, we dropped by Windfall Island to do some side quests, namely an auction. If you want to see how the auction works, just watch the last section of the previous episode, because I'm going to be speeding through the couple of auction games that we participated in here, just so you don't have to watch them again. And I'm going to be adding vaguely fitting background music, so without further ado, let's get to it. That's how it's done. A master bidder at his finest. And we get the treasure chart as a reward. Awesomeness. Anyway, this treasure chart is actually worth something. There is one more treasure chart that you can win from this auction, and it's really the only other unique thing that you can get from the auction, besides, like, joy pendants, which you can find anywhere if you just use a grappling hook and a bokoblin, so why pay 100 or 200 rupees for one of those? The treasure chart you do want to get, because technically it's a necessary step for 100% completion. However, it is really worthless when you find out what the reward for that treasure chart actually is, and you're kind of given a hint for this because of how low the starting price is compared to the other treasure chart in Piece of Heart. I think he says let the bidding begin at 5 rupees or something. Yep. Kind of pathetic, so let's just speed this up so you can see what it is. Alright, so we're at the end of the other auction, and we get the treasure chart. Of course, although the bidding price is at 5 rupees, we ended up paying a lot more for it. Just try to keep that number in mind, so that later, once you find out what the reward for this treasure chart is, you just realize how much we had to pay for it. Anyway, that takes care of the auctions, so we really don't need to bother with them anymore. However, there's still lots of stuff to do here on Windfall Island. First off, now that you have the color pictograph box, which is required for a lot of the side quests on this island, this is an optimal time to do many of these things, although you can do with the color pictograph box. So, yeah, you see that guy there, he's like talking about stargazing or something. You gotta look for the full moon. Wherever the moon may be, the moon seems to have disappeared. I guess Gru succeeded in stealing the moon! No, seriously, where's the moon? Yeah, where's the moon? It's like gone! I'm definitely looking in the wrong place. There's definitely another sky. Oh, I was such an idiot. Okay, never mind. So somehow we gotta get a color pictograph of the moon. Of course, it's not the full moon yet. So in the meantime, while we wait for the moon to become full, let us do this. Remember how we got all those joy pendants earlier in Dragon Roost Cavern? This is where it pays off. You can't do this during a storm because she'll say, oh, it's a horrible night for a storm, and then won't respond to getting the joy pendant. But if you get 20, you get this, a Cabana deed. That's right, you literally get your own private cabana. So later on you're going to get to see what that looks like. And if you get 40 and bring them, you get this. This is the Hero's Charm. Super secret hidden item in the game. If you equip it during a battle and target an enemy, you can actually view a red HP bar to monitor how much energy they have before you can defeat them. It also works for bosses. For bosses, you get a special giant red meter that appears at the bottom of the screen with a skull. So it's a really cool feature. The downside is that it makes you look like a complete idiot. So that's the reason that a lot of people choose not to use it. Same reason I'm going to choose to hardly ever use it, except to just show you the effects that it has. So with this guy, what you gotta do first is just talk to him, this random Elvis impersonator, because he's part of another side quest, which is actually pretty cool. It lets you get this hidden thing. Just take out your Wind Waker, don't press anything on the C-stick, just leave it here and let him do 2 rounds of that. And then he reacts and then does this. That's so awesome. It's a hot dance that everyone's doing these days, to just mimic his moves of the Wind Waker. Right, left, and pow! And you get it. You get the Song of Passing. And unfortunately, it doesn't make us awesome like him. But it does give us a very interesting ability. After we skip through his little text thingies, you'll get to see exactly what it does. Now remember how I said we need to wait for the moon to become full? Well, obviously you can't do that in the cycle of a single night. In the span of a single night. So what I'm going to do is use the Song of Passing so you can see the effect that it has. Any minute. Okay, it warps us right to the morning. Downside about Song of Passing, that second that it takes for that to happen kind of annoys me. So for all future instances of the Song of Passing, that's right, I'm going to do you the favor of editing the little brief interchange of whenever we do it. Not for the Wind's Requiem though, because I like the Wind's Requiem animation. Sorry, that's just the way I roll. Anyway, so you saw I took that random pictograph of that girl there. That's because you need to give it to this guy. No, we don't want to give him the big octo. Though it'd be hilarious if you could. And so this starts the span of another side quest, so we're multitasking with a lot of side quests right now, just like when we first arrived here. So we have no more use for that pictograph now that we showed it to him. However, you might notice that we kept that picture of Lenzo and that other lady from episodes way back when we first... No, actually, the second visit on Windfall Island when we took the picture of Lenzo and that other lady. The key is that you have to talk to these people a couple of times until they say some random stuff. And then you hand them that pictograph that has to have both Lenzo and the lady in it. And then you get a special reward. So hand them that. And then it somehow stops their gossip or whatever. And they give you a treasure chart as a reward, which is fantastic. So yes, that's yet another side quest complete. We're just getting so many side quest things done this episode. Oh yeah, and another one you can get is, first we'll delete this, and actually the lady that's in that picture is just standing outside the potion shop right here. So what you gotta do is just take a picture of her, literally, and then give it to her, and you get a treasure chart. It would be hilarious if you could, like, give her the picture of the big octo once again, but I'll just take the reward as it is. But that would be pretty hilarious. Alright, so we got 2 side quests left to do here. The one with the pictograph of the full moon, and somehow uniting the guy in the striped t-shirt, and the girl in the orange shirt. And we'll handle both of those Windfall Island side quests next episode. See you then.